Getting ready for date night with Eric. We're getting the winter freeze this weekend in Houston. I'm from the Northeast, and I think people give the South a hard time when winter freezes come. What you realize when you move down here is there's no system in place to deal with any snow at all. The Houston power grid, the Texas power grid, it's not good. Well, let's call it a spade. It is not prepared to deal with power losses due to freezes. And so I honestly think when people freak out down here about freezes and snow, it's legitimate because there's literally no way to deal with it down here. This is the fit for tonight, besides this headband, obviously. Anniversary, so the titties are out. The lips are kind of dry. I need to put something on there to moisturize them. Bestie. Overall, my skin's been getting a lot better, but I feel like I still get kind of flares of acne. And so still gotta use that full coverage situation. I also just have a lot of post-inflammatory erythema, which is pretty typical for my skin. I'm so pale. I feel like that just like the redness takes a really long time to fade after I have acne. Putting on my foundation just now like burned my skin. Love that for me. A foundation I've been using for months with no problems. What's going on? Looking a little less scary. Thank God. But yeah, we're going to Marmo tonight for dinner. If you're in Houston, definitely recommend it if you haven't been. It's like a little Italian place in Montrose. So yummy. Their happy hour is really, really good. Like 10 bucks for a plate of pasta. Unbeatable. We're not going for happy hour. We're feeling, rich today. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be signs paying full price at Marmo. The squid ink pasta at Marmo is like to die for. I have kind of hooded eyes, and so any eyeshadow look on me is gonna like fade quite a bit once I open my eyes because like my whole eyelid disappears. I'm not that good at makeup, to be honest, but I do have like the same face I do every time I get ready, and she kind of works for me. And then just a little of this middle shade under my eye. That was way too much. Good job, Nora. And now because it's date night, we're gonna add a little glitter. Forgot to do this too before my foundation, but a little light. I always forget to do that before my foundation, so then I have to blend all this back in. Good job, Nora. A little under eye concealer. Because I am looking a little dark under there today. This is the Patrick Ta blush in the shade Not Too Much. I actually have been loving her this fall/winter, which is kind of surprising because I'm normally a much more like pink blush person. Like this is the one I usually use. It's like purple, but she's kind of like, she kind of slays. I don't know. I saw in another video where someone like puts it on the back of their hand, whether they put it on their face. I've been trying it. I actually don't know if I like it that much compared to just like rubbing it right on my face, but I'll try anything once or twice or 3 times until I finally learn my lesson. Life, honestly, for me has not been very slay recently. As much as my social media might deceive you. My grandpa passed in November, which wasn't a surprise, but it still hurts. I love my grandpa. And he's such an amazing person. I'm gonna start crying if I talk about it too much. He was such an amazing person. We all loved him so much. And what I keep telling myself is how lucky I am to get to grieve someone who was so wonderful, and how lucky I am to have had someone in my life for that long who was, oh my God. Wow. Therapy during the Get Ready With Me. And then my dad was in the hospital for a few days. He had tachycardia in the middle of the night, went to the hospital. On his EKG, they saw something concerning. So they kept him for a few days, did a cardiac cath, did a full echo, all that fun stuff. And he ended up, like I said, he got a cardiac cath, and so they had to clear out some of his coronary arteries. So like, I would like to not worry about my dad's health, but I do all the time, constantly, because I love him and I work in healthcare. So everything's been a barrel of laughs, basically. But all that to say, I'm very excited to have like a date night with my partner who I love, and to like meet up with some friends after for some drinks and just unwind and not stress for a couple hours. That'd be nice.
I want wet wash. Good girl.
Yeah, we should.